it's Jane Mason here from Virtuous Bread. How are you today? I hope you're well. Here I am, back in my Mexican kitchen. And I wanted to have a little chat with you today about wheat germ. Yes, that's right, wheat germ. So wheat germ, here it is in a jar, looks a bit like this, like a kind of a coarse powder. And the thing about wheat germ is it's extra, super, amazingly, fantastically, extraordinarily, miraculously good for you, okay? The wheat germ, or the germ of any grain, is actually where the life force is in the middle of the grain. So a grain of, let's say, wheat has its outer husk. It has the big kind of whitish bit called the endosperm, and that's what you grind up. That's the bulk of the flour that we use to make bread. Outside the endosperm is the bran, and inside the endosperm is the germ. And the germ is the life force of the plant. It's where the new plant will grow from when the seed germinates. And it is incredibly nutritionally dense. It also has very, very important oils, and it's one of the few things that has the entire complex of B vitamins in the ratio in which they exist in nature. And there are not many things that have that entire chain of B vitamins. There's wheat germ, to a certain extent beef, and meats like kidney and liver, and Marmite has it, probably Vegemite has it too. But a lot of people don't eat meat, a lot of people don't eat offal, and most people are eating white bread and white pasta. And in the milling process, because mills, most mills, okay, the big industrial mills, they mill for white flour. So the first thing they do is strip out the wheat germ, and they put it back in to make brown flour. That's a whole other video, or it goes into the animal feed industry. Now, what do the nutrients in wheat germ do? They are extra fantastic, very specifically for your brain, okay? Linked to memory, linked to behavior, linked to the ability to concentrate, linked in many, many, many ways to mental and brain health. So it's very important to get these nutrients, and the reality is most people don't get enough of them. And so there's a super easy solution to that, which is to buy wheat germ. Now, wheat germ is super oily, okay, and it can go rancid. As a result, it's very important when you buy it to pop it in a jar or leave it in its bag and leave it in the fridge. So number one, store it in the fridge. It will have a much longer shelf life if it's in the fridge. Number two, when you buy it, make sure it's not pasteurized, okay? A lot of wheat germ is pasteurized, and quite frankly, when it's pasteurized, it destroys a lot of the really important nutrients that are in there. So that's a hide into nothing. You've just spent money for not getting the real value of the product. A lot of our smaller millers sell wheat germ, okay? And it's a great idea to contact some mills to see if they sell wheat germ. They'll sell you wheat germ for sure. And the place that really has great wheat germ is probably your local health food store, and it may even be in the fridge. But certainly look for something that says unpasteurized, or at least doesn't say pasteurized. Okay, so that is wheat germ, very important. What can you do with it? It has a flavor, okay? It tastes a bit earthy, you know. It's a little bit easier in the mouth than, you know, putting flour in your mouth, just because it's not gonna go all in your mouth because it's a little bit coarser. So the reality is you can do almost anything with it. I put it into my tabbouleh, which I call tabbouleh because it's not really tabbouleh. I throw wheat germ in there. When I bake, I throw wheat germ in there. If I bake muffins, if I bake cookies, if I bake bread, I frequently throw wheat germ in there, depending on the bread I'm making. But things like muffins and cookies and cake, little handful of wheat germ every single time. You can put it into any salad. You won't even notice it's there. You can add it to soup. Some people add it to soup as a bit of a thickener. I don't, but you could do. Again, it would not change the flavor of the soup at all. You can certainly put it into smoothies. Okay, so in your morning smoothie, you're throwing all the things into the smoothie, put a tablespoon of wheat germ in. So it's super, super flexible. You can do a lot with it. And in my upcoming book, which is about getting 30 plants into your diet every week, there'll be lots of recipes that include wheat germ. So again, I'm not going to give you an idea to buy something and only use it once. Okay? So that is my, shave it a haircut 2 bits story about wheat germ. And I really do encourage you to get it. It's a plant, tick, and it is unbelievably good for you. Do some Googling and you'll find it. And yeah, buy wheat germ, incorporate it into your diet. It's easy. And that's it for today. Have a great day and see you very soon. Bye for now.